And as we get closer to Election Day, you may see a number of political signs along the road and in people's yards, but Georgia law says there's a time and place for them. Carmen Brown with our Verify the Vote team joins us in studio to explain how you can publicly tout campaign material while being in compliance with the state.
Lori, it's called electioneering. Campaign signs are allowed outside, but you have to be mindful of where you're placing them. Anywhere on your personal property is fine. Just remember, public right-of-way is off limits. I spoke with Byron Police Chief Wesley Cannon to give you a further look at the rules. Kim White and her nonpartisan nonprofit, Helping Others Foundation of Georgia, encourage people to get out and vote each election. She says with permission from Macon Mall management, they use signs to be more visible.
So we exercise the right of the mall by making sure we move these signs at the end of each day.
It's important to follow any rules on election signs. Byron Police Chief Wesley Cannon says signs can't be within 150 feet of polling places or on city and county property. Recently, someone placed signs in front of Byron city offices.
It looked nice, but we as a city can't promote one candidate or the other. That's why there's an ordinance against placing campaign signs on city-owned property. So we just simply pulled the signs up.
Power poles count as private property too. Cannon says don't nail political material to power poles or place them in other people's yards. And while you may want to sway your neighbors, do not put signs in someone else's yard without permission. You could be charged with trespassing.
In a nutshell, the best place to put the only place you can put a campaign sign is either on your property or through the consent of a property owner.
And for larger campaign signs, Cannon says avoid blocking driver visibility. Don't block street signs with your personal sign.
If there's an accident involved, you could be liable civilly in that accident if it's ruled that your signage might have potentially caused or obscured one's view.
White encourages everyone to vote regardless of their affiliation, but she also wants you to follow the rules.
And as long as we do what we need to do, everyone wins.
And don't forget to pick up your signs following the general election. Cannon says refer to your county ordinance to know the deadline to remove signs. Back to you, Lori.
Thank you, Carmen. And remember, if you have election questions about the voting process, send us an email at news@13wmaz.com or text us at 478-752-1309. And make sure to watch our election night coverage. We start the evening right here on 13WMAZ at 5 and 6. CBS coverage of America Decides starts at 7 p.m. when polls close. But you could stay with us on the 13WMAZ Plus app. At 7 p.m., we offer local election results streaming throughout the night on 13WMAZ Plus.